Hello everyone, my name is Natalia and today we're going to make this beautiful raccoon. The raccoon measures 27 centimeters from the ear to the feet. The safety eyes are 12 millimeters and the nose is 15 millimeters. We're going to make the raccoon in 3 parts. Today we're going to make the raccoon from here down, which would be, this is what we're going to make today. Okay, look how beautiful it looks in yellow. It's just gorgeous. I used a 2.5 millimeter hook. You can use that hook or a 3 millimeter or a 2 millimeter if you use a much larger hook. The size of the doll will be bigger. Alright, I'm telling you this so you can keep it in mind. Something else I wanted to mention is that I use 2 different shades of gray, which you don't have, so use a darker gray. Use black, okay? This part in black, this part in black, and this one as well, and the tail with a regular gray and black. Before we start the video, I'm going to leave my Instagram down here because we have a giveaway. So go participate and make sure to read the requirements carefully to be able to join. And now, without further ado, I'll leave you with this beautiful raccoon. For the arms, using a dark gray or a black yarn, I will now proceed to make a magic ring. With a total of 6 individual single crochets, carefully crafted one by one. The first, then the second, followed by the third, the fourth, the fifth, and finally the sixth. Once all 6 single crochets are meticulously completed, we will then proceed to securely close our initial ring, forming a neat and tidy foundation. Now, moving on to the commencement of round number 2, we are going to precisely execute 6 increases, ensuring an even expansion of our work. As we diligently work through these increases, we will simultaneously and efficiently hide this loose yarn end, seamlessly integrating it into the fabric of our project as we progress. There's my first stitch, and we need to mark it. There's my first increase. The second increase, make 4 more increases and we'll come back. 1, 2, 3 and 4 more increases and we'll return for round number 3. We make a single crochet, mark it, and then an increase. Repeat that sequence and finish with 18 single crochets. You do 1 stitch, 1 increase, 1 stitch, 1 increase. Now from rounds 4 to 6, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Don't forget to always mark the first stitch. That way, we can ensure we don't get lost or disoriented during our work. We will then finish this particular section with a total of 18 single crochets, carefully placed. Please continue working in this precise manner for the entirety of round 7. Following the pattern diligently. The sequence begins with 1 single crochet stitch and it's important to mark that stitch. Following this, you will then perform a decrease. Repeat that entire sequence and ultimately finish with a total of 12 stitches. You do 1 stitch, 1 decrease, 1 stitch, 1 decrease, and also make the last decrease. I make it, but it's a significant color change. So I don't close with this particular one, but rather with the beautiful gray color, the truly happy one. Lighter in shade, we will carefully adjust it to achieve the perfect hue. And that would be round number 8. Now, from round 8 to 20, we are going to make 1 single crochet stitch in each and every stitch, carefully hiding these 2 loose strands, these 2. And it is always important to mark the very first stitch with a stitch marker. It will go precisely right where we meticulously made the significant color change. And that is precisely how we are able to seamlessly continue our work from that point forward. We will carefully trim these 2 pieces a bit and then gently tuck them inside. And then we can start the process of stuffing the arm from this point here downwards. We will continue this up to round number 20. And we will meet again at the completion of round number 20. I close with a slip stitch, make a chain, and cut here, pull the yarn through, thread it onto a yarn needle, and pull this strand inside. If you want, you can already cut this strand. I just leave it here until I attach the arms. Once both are in place, then I cut it, and that's how we leave the arms, which we'll use later. For the feet, you can make them in dark gray or black. If you can't find two different colors of yarn, just make this part in black, and we'll start with a magic ring of 6 single crochet. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. To begin, we carefully close our ring, ensuring it is snug and secure. Then, with precision, we insert the crochet hook directly into the very first stitch we made, making sure to catch both loops for a strong foundation. As we continue to crochet around the ring, it is crucial that we meticulously hide this loose strand of yarn within our stitches. This not only secures the starting point, but also creates a neat and professional finish, preventing any unraveling later on. Moving on to round number 2, our objective is to create a total of 6 increases evenly spaced around the circle. Here you can see my first increase being worked, followed immediately by my second increase, ensuring a gradual and consistent expansion of our work. We make 4 more and come back. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4 more. Increase, and we come back and finish with 12 single crochets. If you want to use this strand now as a marker, you can use the strand or a stitch marker, whatever you have on hand. Now, for round number 3, we make 1 single crochet, mark it, and then an increase. Repeat that sequence and finish with 18 single crochets. You do 1 stitch, then an increase, 1 stitch, then an increase, and continue like this until you reach the marker. For round 4, the sequence is 2 single crochets on, 2 end, then an increase. Repeat that sequence and finish with 24 single crochets. Alright. Repeat it 6 times. Do 1 and 2, then an increase, 1 and 2, and then an increase 5 times. Now we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. That is 24 stitches. But now, not just that, the inner loop, specifically the one closest to you, meticulously marks the very first stitch. I will then continue working in this precise manner, placing 1 single crochet stitch into each and every subsequent stitch, consistently utilizing only the inner loop of the previous row. We will continue moving forward in this manner, maintaining our progress, and then return for the 6th round of this process. I am now going to perform a total of 6 decreases right here at the very front of the work, and this marks the completion of the first one. You need to carefully mark them, specifically positions 2, 4, 5, and 6. These markers are crucial for the next steps in our project. Now I will proceed to make 12 single crochets, which is precisely the number of stitches I have remaining until I reach the designated marker. Let's count them out together to ensure accuracy. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As you can see, I just have the very last stitch left to complete this section. However, at this point, I am going to introduce a change and switch colors. So please take your time to grab the light gray yarn or any suitable shade of gray yarn that you currently have available. Once you have your new yarn, make sure to create a secure slip knot at the very end of it, preparing it for the next phase of our work. And now I finish my last stitch, but I don't close it with this color. Instead, I use this color and adjust the yarns. Now for round 7, we're going to make 1 single crochet. In each stitch there should be 18, but only grabbing the inner loop. Like this, and we keep hiding the yarn. I meticulously take these 2 distinct strands, carefully positioning and aligning them with precision. My objective is to ensure they are perfectly arranged, one alongside the other, before I proceed to the next step in the process. Once their placement is satisfactory, I then continue with the subsequent actions required to complete the task at hand, moving forward seamlessly. Keep going like this, 1 single crochet in each stitch, grabbing only the inner loop. And this stitch here, where we change colors, is where you would place the marker for the round 8. The sequence is 2 single crochets, working into the stitch as usual. We mark 2 and then an increase. Repeat the sequence and finish with 24 single crochets. 2 single crochets, 1 increase, 2 single crochets, 1 increase. Now, from round 9 to 14, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Don't forget to mark your rounds. That way we don't lose track. We finish with 24 single crochets. Continue like this until round 14 and you can start stuffing whenever you want. I just have the last stitch of round 14 left to do, but I'm going to change colors now. We're gonna make the shorts, the little outfit. Okay, you can use whatever color you like. Now I'm going to use yellow, so I make a slip knot at the end and do the last stitch. But I don't close it with this one, I close it with the color I'm going to use. This will be round number 15. Now, from rounds 15 to 17, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. And as always, hide these 2 yarn tails as you go. Carefully hide the gray yarn and the short yellow yarn a bit, ensuring they are well concealed and integrated into the fabric. Whatever is left over, neatly and securely tuck it inside the project, making sure it is fully enclosed and won't unravel. Okay? Continue working diligently like this, following the pattern precisely, until you have successfully completed round 17. Once this specific round is finished, we will then return to begin the construction of the very first leg of our project. We have now successfully finished working on round number 17, and at this point I will carefully close with a slip stitch, then make a single chain, gently pull the yarn through, and that is precisely how we will leave it for now. But for the second leg, don't cut the yarn because we're going to join them, so don't cut the leg. We're going to do this here. You will need to perform this particular part on both of your legs. Go in from the back and gently grab this specific strand. This strand that we left here, okay? It's down here, not the one on top. With gray or black yarn, make a new setup. I make 2 chains, 12, and this will count as my first single crochet. Okay, and all I have to do is single crochet all the way around. As always, we meticulously hide this loose strand of yarn as we diligently work our way through the project, ensuring a neat and professional finish. For this particular piece, I am exclusively creating single crochets, carefully forming each stitch to maintain a consistent and uniform texture throughout the entire fabric. We keep going like this until we reach the last stitch, and here at the end we close with a slip stitch, make 1 chain and cut from here. Pull it through, and this one, if you already hid it, you can cut it, and the other one we hide inside. Okay, and that's how it looks. If you already hid this one, cut it and that's it. Now we're going to join them. The legs would go like this. So first we're going to find the middle of this leg, which would be about here. Okay, they don't have to be exactly the same. And now the middle of this leg. For this, for the second leg, I made 1 extra stitch because I thought it looked more centered. So to begin, make 1 more stitch, and now I will proceed to make 3 chains. The first one, ensuring not to pull too tightly, the second one, and finally the third one. And then I am going to carefully join this with the other leg, precisely where I have previously marked it, by utilizing a single crochet stitch. Now we're going to mark this stitch. That's where we'll start the round. Now, we'll keep making single crochets all around this leg. Keep making single crochets all along here, 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 and when we get to this side, we'll come back to do this part in the middle. When you go through here, if you can, try to hide this yarn end in this part here, like I mentioned. And you saw that we made 3 chains. Well, into those 3 chains, we're going to make 3 single crochets. So that would be 1 single crochet here and 1 there. Look, there's 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, that is 1, 2, and 3. 3 in total. 1, 2. And then we continue along this leg over here. There. As usual, let's do it together. 1. 2. Interesting. And now we continue along this leg, crocheting as usual. Okay, so now we keep crocheting and then we'll come back to finish this part that's left, and then we're done. I finally reached the exact spot I previously mentioned, and now with careful precision we will proceed to make 3 single crochets as well. Okay, we'll do 1 right here, and another one here, that's 2, and finally the 3rd one, and then we are completely done with this step. I'm showing you this because some of you have told me it wasn't very clear or something like that, so this way you can see it better. 1, 2, and 3. And we've successfully finished round 18, which is this particular one, with a grand total of 54 single crochets. This is precisely how it looks for the upcoming round 19. And this is the final appearance of this particular round. We are going to meticulously create 8 single crochets, and it is crucial to mark the very first stitch we make. Let me guide you through the count. The first stitch, then the second stitch. I will carefully place a marker on this initial stitch to ensure we don't lose our place. Following that, we will continue with the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and finally the 8th single crochet, completing this foundational row. And now an increase. We repeat the sequence, 8 single crochets and an increase. We finish with 60 stitches. Girls, for rounds 20 to 27, we make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Don't forget to always mark the first stitch. That way, we meticulously ensure we do not lose our precise place in the pattern, and as a result, we ultimately end up with a total of exactly 60 single crochets. We will diligently continue working in this manner, following the established pattern, until we successfully complete round number 27. I have now meticulously finished working through round number 27. I find myself with just the very last stitch remaining to be completed. I will proceed to execute this final stitch, but at this precise moment, I am also going to carefully change the yarn colors and smoothly switch over to using the light gray yarn, preparing for the next section of the project. The lighter one, whichever you happen to have available, I'm going to call it light gray, because here I use dark gray and we're working on this part. Alright, so now for round 28, we're going to carefully make one single crochet in each and every stitch. But it's crucial to remember that you should only be grabbing the inner loop of the stitch, not both loops, as you work your way around. And as always, we meticulously keep on hiding these two distinct strands, specifically the vibrant yellow one and this relatively short gray one, by carefully grabbing only the innermost loop. That way, we can effectively hide them a little bit, and then we carefully pull the loose threads inside, meticulously cut them, and gently pull them inwards, ensuring a clean finish. Alright, keep going like this, all the way around the entire piece. For round number 29, we will do 8. Single crochets will mark the very first one, 8, and then a decrease stitch. We repeat that sequence, 8 single crochets and a decrease. We finish with 54 single crochets. Now, from round 30 to 31, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch. I always mark the first one, and we keep going like this until round 31. For round 32, I went ahead and did 7 single crochets. And now we do a decrease. We repeat the sequence, 7 single crochets and a decrease, and we finish with 48 single crochets. Now from round 33 to 34, we do 1 single crochet. For each stitch, we always mark the first stitch like this. That way we don't lose our place, and we finish with 48 single crochets. Alright, we continue up to round 35. I went ahead and did 6 single crochets, and now I do a decrease. We repeat the sequence and finish with 42 single crochets. Now, for rounds 36 and 37, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Don't forget to mark the first one. Okay? We keep going like this and finish with 42 single crochets. I've already stuffed mine. Whenever you want, you can keep stuffing it up to round 38. I went ahead and did 5 single crochets, and now I do a decrease. We repeat the sequence and finish with 36 single crochets. Now, from round 39, 41, we do 1 single crochet in each stitch. Don't forget to mark the first one, and we finish with 36 single crochets. We will continue working in this manner until we reach round 41. Now, for the upcoming round 42, we are going to carefully attach the arms to our project. We will meticulously perform 8 single crochets, making sure to clearly mark the very first stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we take an arm tree to keep this part facing inward. So we take an arm, and the arm will take up 6 single crochets. We're going to grab these two parts here and here, like this. Let me show you. Since we've already made 8 single crochets, and now we join it like this, right there. I hook it onto the body like this and make a single crochet. Now I have 1. From the main structural framework, specifically originating from the central body or core component, there should be a total of 6 distinct and identifiable elements. These essential components are precisely enumerated as follows. The second element, which is the initial one in this specific sequence, subsequently the third element. Following that, the fourth element. Then, the fifth element. And finally, concluding this particular series, the sixth element. Each of these 6 individual components plays a crucial and integral role within the overall system, contributing significantly to its complete form, function, and operational integrity, all stemming directly from the primary body. So now it's done, just like I mentioned before. It's pulling a little bit, and now you can cut it right here. Next, we are going to make 13 single crochets. Let's count them out carefully. 1, the very first stitch, 2, the second one, 3, moving along to the third, 4, the fourth stitch, 5, halfway there with the fifth, 6, the sixth stitch, 7, past the midpoint with the seventh, 8, the eighth stitch, 9, almost done with the ninth, 10, the 10th stitch, 11, nearly complete with the 11th, 12, the 12th stitch, and finally 13, the last single crochet for this round. We proceed to meticulously join this component to the designated arm, employing the exact same established method and procedure as previously utilized. This involves a precise and secure connection, ensuring proper alignment and attachment. The critical steps in this process are specifically identified as 2, 4, 5, and 6, which represent key stages or points of connection that must be carefully executed to achieve a robust and reliable joint, mirroring the successful attachment procedures previously employed. And now we're going to crochet. Wait, with the marker firmly in hand, and now you skillfully make the 3-point shot, sinking it perfectly through the hoop with precision and grace, securing the crucial points for your team. The remaining single crochets. Okay, we are now working on the final single crochets for this section. We will make 1, then 2, and finally 3 single crochets. This is how it visually appears for round 43, showcasing the completed stitches and the overall look of the work at this stage. Now, I have successfully completed and made a total of 4 individual single crochets, carefully forming each stitch. And at this point, we will proceed to execute a decrease stitch, which will reduce the total number of stitches in the row. We're going to repeat that sequence. 4 single crochets and a decrease. And we finish with 30 single crochets for round 44. I made 3 single crochets and now we do a decrease. We repeat that sequence, 3 single crochets and a decrease, and I'm done. And girls, we're going to leave the video here for now. One more thing so you can get ahead. It's this part here, where you do the same thing we did on the shoe. Right here on this line that we left, you do the same, then close it up and hide the yarn inside. We're gonna leave the video here and we'll continue in the next one. I hope you're really enjoying it so far. Sending you a big kiss, and I'll see you in the next video.